So yes, I'll give you a little bit of my background. I used to work for Palm Harbor Homes back in the day for a while, actually. So
Great.
been very, very passionate about affordable housing. And you're exactly right. It's very unaffordable for most people to buy. And I think if, especially when you start looking at folks coming out of school and first time homeowners, they're getting priced out of that starter home, and I think a lot of people think people are happy to get in a home, affordable housing, but a lot of people come in, oh, I want to buy that dream home because of everything I see on TikTok and Instagram. Well, that's not the way. You're supposed to start somewhere out, and it's better to have something you can build equity in, something you can get
Absolutely.
into versus paying rent that's not going to get right now. Of course, in a mobile home complex, you're paying a little bit of land rental, but you're also paying for a house to call your home. I mean, like a lot of great amenities. It's like I could compare a lot of the great mobile home parks out here are like living in nice housing complexes, pools, and community centers, and great neighbors. Right? Just because they can't afford as much doesn't mean they're bad people. In a lot of
Completely
cases,
agree.
oftentimes happier people because they don't have more money, more problems, right?
You said it great. At the end of the day, it's a condominium style living,
Right.
with some shared amenities. They don't have to worry about a shared wall or a third floor apartment complex. Those come with their challenges. If they want a red door, they own the house. They can have a red door, they can make it a home. A lot of these parks have school pickup and drop off, where the alternative is an apartment, condominium style solution. And to even qualify for like a condo right now in this Arizona market is pretty tough. And the options aren't all that plentiful for the affordability that someone's trying to match. So, where do they go nowadays? It's truly a state of emergency. That they literally elected it as a state of emergency. And you see these multifamily complexes try to go out and provide for the need for doors, but at that point, with labor and material, it's already out of the affordability before they even build the property.
Right. Well, but then you also run into what we see happening right now. You have a lot of multifamily complexes have sold the last 3 to 5 years that are struggling to get by because investors over finance the property, bought them at 90, 95 cents on the dollar, and then finance it with private capital. I've got a friend who's in 20 different apartment syndications, and he's not getting paid on 19 of them. You know what I
Tough.
mean? It's
Yeah.
tough. And that's what I like about what you're doing is that it's kind of like I call it a tripod, kind of, like you could say. You remember those, you've got three tripods there. One, the selling of these homes in affordability and helping people get finance, those that can't finance as traditional. Because it's like you said,